Hey beautiful souls, it's your bruddaZen, and it's time for another pick a card reading that is timeless. And we're going to be asking, what are they thinking about you right now in this moment? Now, of course, when someone is thinking about us, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is a true picture of who we are, right? Because everyone sees through the goggles of their own conditioned experience, their own emotions, how they're feeling. So it can change from moment to moment, depending on if someone's hungry, if they had a good night's sleep or not, or they're stressed or whatever. It always tints the vision of what we're seeing, right? So this is about just giving you some insight into what they are going through, what they are seeing, but it doesn't mean that it's necessarily a true picture, because we don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are, right? So it does bring clarity. Hopefully we'll also get some information on why they're thinking a certain way, just to help us understand them, and possibly if there's anything that we can do in giving them love to help them clear things up if it's a kind of a challenging way that they're seeing us. So you'll have a choice between 1, 2, and 3. You can choose from as many of these as you want and how many it resonates. Maybe it's one for each individual person that you're thinking about. But timestamps for everything are listed in the description box below. I will begin with number 1 right now. If you chose reading number 1, then this is the reading for you. And we are going to start off here by getting the overall energy of what are they thinking about you through these oracle of the 7 energies. That's where we'll start. We, of course, will dive deeper. But let's take a look here and see what do you want us to know? All right, well, I guess that is your card right there. And you have Waking the Lion. Ooh, all right. So we got card number 19 here. Beautiful, beautiful, bright card. And we're going to put that right here in the center or at the bottom there. And let's take a look here and see what energy comes in here. So this is all about boldness, the courage to move forward even without knowing the way, facing that which is difficult or painful, the audacity to step into the unknown. So regardless of the outer conditions right now, you're seen as someone that can't wait for your fear to lessen before you move forward. In fact, despite any chaos in your world and it seeming in any type of disarray, they see you as someone that must be bold. And whatever your trepidation, you act as if you have deep trust that all will be well. Nothing's promised to you, but you never truly will see magic if you don't take risks. This is what you believe, right? So you come to the edge of certainty in your life and leap into the unknown. You have no guarantee of immediate success. Still, you summon the bravery in the face of possible pain, failure, or even success, and you own your power. The act of making this leap, no matter the final outcome, awakens this lion within you. You're proud of who you are and who you're becoming, and no one can take that away from you. And this is how they perceive you. You have this courage. So, it asks what type of courage is called for today. Only you know, and only you have the power to choose your path. And of course, they only have the power to choose theirs. So know that it takes just as much strength and bravery to love and be vulnerable as it does to confront a personal challenge or physical obstacle. So call on your strengths and stand your ground, or consciously temper your emotional reactions. Do nothing and trust in your partnership with the divine. Whatever you choose, you will not fail as long as you act with courage and integrity. So I like this here. So you definitely they think of you as someone that is very courageous, very strong. And there's a little bit of like, you will jump in, leap into things without fear. And that scares the bejesus out of, you know, this person that you're thinking about and concerned about what they're thinking about with you. They're like, you know, you will leap before you look, and I can't do that. But the reason why this is coming up is because they do have these times in their life where they need to wake up their inner lion, and this is what they admire about you and also what they fear about you, because it kind of calls them to the carpet. You know, you're someone, maybe you are a Leo or a Sagittarius or an Aries with this fiery type of energy where you do leap forward and you do have this excitement about the adventure, and you don't let things hold you back. So this is what they're looking at so far for you here, and what their thoughts are. But we're also going to pull here from the Oracle of E, and let's see what else they want to add in here. But I like this, that your bravery, your courage, at least this is their perception of you, that they're like, oh, I wish I had that, and like, oh my God, I wish they didn't have it, because they in a way, you know, when someone has something that kind of a characteristic you want, when they're constantly showing it, kind of makes you feel, it doesn't make you, but you have these feelings of less than, because you're like, I wish I could do that, but I don't feel I can. But it's important for it to be there. That's why you're being this mirror for them. All right, let's take a look here and see what else. What else for those that chose reading number 1? And that's also an amazing thing. You know, they're a mirror for you too. So with whatever situations these rise, what do you see when you look at this other person? That will tell you more about you. What other people are thinking about you is because they're looking in a mirror. When a lion looks in a mirror, they see a lion, but the lion's not jumping forward, and they're like, oh my gosh, why am I being a cowardly lion? Now they're showing me, of course, from Wizard of Oz, the lion that needs courage. Yeah, and here we go, all in. This is the type of energy exactly as we're talking about, leaping all in. And let's take a look and see what little message comes with this. Yeah, all systems are go. Whatever you do right now, do not hold back. This is the perfect time to give it everything you've got. For every inch you move toward your dream, the universe will move in 10 miles closer. It's time to raise the stakes and play your hand. I'd jump on it if I were you. That's your energy. This is exactly how they're perceiving you. And they're just like, I wish I could go all in into this dream, but they're holding themselves back. And this is what they're thinking is, you know, I wish I had your courage. I wish I had your audacity to leap towards your dreams. So I love that. We're also going to pull here from this high vibe deck and see what energy Spirit wants you to know about. What are they thinking about you? So again, these two cards were all about the same thing. We'll see what else comes in here. And you've got laughter. Beautiful. Let's see here. It's a little bit better there for you. And it says, laughter instantly shifts a situation or environment into a higher vibration. Hang out with kids, watch a comedy, or just start laughing. If nothing else, start with a smile. Very much fire element energy too. So if you're a fire sign, this is totally you, right? Because fire signs are more childlike. They're not childish, but they laugh, they have excitement, they enjoy the adventure and the awe of life. That's why they have this bravery for why it exist, I want to live. So all this energy definitely supports a fire sign, or having a lot of fire in your birth chart. At least this is how they are seeing you. Again, going back to, you can't help to see what they are seeing in you. Maybe they are a fire sign, and their fears are holding them back from acting on the higher range of their energy, of their zodiac sign, and they're not able to do this, right? So, but definitely this is the kind of energy that they are seeking. All right. And then we're also going to pull here from the Good Tarot. Let's see what else they'd like to add in here for you. But I love this. So definitely it might help you understand why they might be, you might feel like they criticize you about, what are you doing? You know, shouldn't you think about that a little more? What are you in it? You know, they might be sharing a lot of concerns with you all the time. And now you know why, because they see you as someone that is courageous and maybe leaps before you look, and they might criticize you as being foolish in doing that, but it's because they really want that kind of courage for themselves. So let's take a look here. What else for those that chose reading number 1? Okay, they do want that. And these, what else? And that. Yeah, that makes sense. And that, those two. All right, so we've got these two, and these two. Okay, so we got 2, 2, and 2 here. But we'll start off here with the calling here, which is the judgment card in the Standard Tarot, which is your higher self calling to a higher purpose. So it's like their higher self is calling them to a higher purpose, but they are afraid to jump and leap. So some things that you can do to help support them in how they're thinking about you is ask them questions. Even showed them how you do think about things, because you don't blindly jump into things all the time, but you don't overplan them either. But show them how you check the important things, and you can do that. Like if you want to go, you know, take them somewhere, go, hey, I was thinking we can go do this. I looked this up online and we have this, this, and this, and this, this. They're going to see that you do look into stuff, but you just don't overly share it, and you don't overthink it either. But sharing that, showing these experiences and showing your courage, helping them, even volunteering to go with them in this calling. Like if they're like, what is your dream? Asking them about it, getting involved in it, and saying, hey, if you need any help with it, I'd be happy to be there with you. You know, like a lion's pride, right? They're all supporting one another. So that can help with this transformation too. I feel like they want to start in the middle here with these two. Yeah, we have the Hermit. Hermit energy is all about being like withdrawn into themselves. You know, it's the opposite of being bold, right? It's the extroverted kind of energy versus introverted kind of energy. It's about being bold and outgoing and heading in a direction and investing a lot of energy in the outside world versus recuperating and getting their energy from being alone. So they could be an introvert, which is important that they do have their alone energy, and supporting this hermit kind of mentality too, because, you know, there's nothing like an extrovert who gets energy from being in groups judging a hermit, saying that you need to be with people, you need to get out of your cave, where a cave is where this hermit gains so much information, so much energy from it, that you know, supporting them in their hermitude, as well as helping them with their external things, is very important here. In fact, you might be a hermit or an introvert, and they might think you're an extrovert, but you can tell them, no, I need my alone time to recharge. So you can share them and show them a different way that, you know, that they can do things as well. Yeah, because here's the Three of Air, the Three of Swords. This is like expectations equal disappointment. And so there's these fears of being a disappointment or being rejected or being disappointing. And that's what we talked about before. That's keeping them from making the leap and afraid to make a mistake. But if you share your vulnerability of the times when things didn't work out the way you wanted them to, and how you overcame them and continue to go, you know what? It was okay. I leaped before I looked, and I hit ice instead of water, but I learned to throw a rock down before I leap next time when it's cold out. You know, obviously if it's 70 degrees out, there's not going to be ice there, but now I know that if the conditions meet it, I will be extra precautious, right? So that is what's coming in there. You also have the Two of Fire, which would be the Two of Wands, along with The Page of Fire. Yeah, so the Two of Fire and the Page of Fire. Page of Fire is all about getting in tune with their fiery energy. So obviously two fire sign energies here. The Two of Fire does talk about whatever we focus on is what grows and expands. And so, something that you can teach them is when we focus on our fears get bigger. So if I fear I'm going to miss something, then I am telling the universe I enjoy missing things, and it is going to bring in more things to miss. If I focus on what's in my life that I hate, the universe is going to bring in more things that I hate because I'm telling it I enjoy hating, I enjoy missing. So when we focus on our fears of losing something out of our life, it will repel it out. And if I fear something will come into my life, I draw it in with my energy. So with all this bravery and this courage, you actually teach this individual too, that it's actually that I focus on what I am grateful for, and I'm telling the universe, I really enjoy feeling gratitude. It's like, oh, we'll give him more things to be grateful for. And we do. We have more things and more things and more things to be grateful for. So the energy exchange here becomes something that we're focusing on the, unconditional love of the higher realms, the, like it talked about laughter, and it's right above here too. We focus on joy and laughter and peace and all of that grows instead. And so this is about stepping into the power, and it does bring in new power. So by power of choice of where we're investing our energy, that's what brings all that in. I like it. Oops. And then the last two cards here, we've got the Five of Water, Five of Cups in the Standard Tarot, and the Three of Fire, the Three of Wands. So changing of direction. I like this. The Five of Water, the Five of Cups usually has like 3 cups spilt, which tells us we came down here to experience what it might feel like to experience the fear, lower vibrational emotions like failure, like fear instead of courage. The failure, the feeling like what failure might feel like, what rejection might feel like, all these lower vibrational energies. And the 2 cups behind it in the Five of Water show that we, like this Two of Wands, have the choice between what emotion I want to feel in each moment as well. So there's a lot of empowerment that comes in when we realize, we seldom don't leap into things and have courage because we have so many fears of failure and what it means. And if that doesn't work, what does that mean about me? We have all these rules that were created throughout time since we were a little child about when that happens, this is what it means. So when I fail or I'm rejected or whatever, this is what it means about me. And it's usually something very low and not very complimentary, right? But when you realize you have the power to choose where you invest your energy, what emotion you want to feel, you stop fearing the future. You stop fearing not jumping and leaping into your calling, to your higher purpose, because you know that you are going to enjoy the process. Choose along the way to be having fun, laughing, having this great joy around expressing that beautiful heart with the world. And we get to choose what it means. We're not so much focused on, oh, this is a failure. We're like, okay, that didn't work. Let's try a different way. I think it's Thomas Edison where someone was like, yeah, you failed 10,000 times. And I think it was Thomas Edison. They said, no, I found 10,000 ways that successfully did not work until I found the one that did. And it is that kind of attitude that comes in here with all this, that you're able to show them why you believe the way you do and why you have the courage that you do, and you're able to leap forward. So I am loving this message for you. And so that is what they're thinking of you. You can see how they see your courage. They also can have this little fearful judgment thing of you're foolish by not thinking before you leap. But you have this ability to show them that you can jump towards your dreams and why you don't fear and how you do look into some certain things, but you don't overdo it. You don't overthink it. So loving this, a beautiful transformative energy with this. Now, if you are looking for more messages of love from above, what you can do a couple of things here. First, you can give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button. That does tell me you're enjoying the content, but it tells YouTube also that you're enjoying the content, and they'll bring you similar videos to you as well. The other thing you can do is click the subscribe button, and that gives you access to the notification bell. And doing that does a couple of things. One, it does tell you immediately when new videos come out on my channel, and two, it also notifies you when I go live on YouTube providing free readings. Currently, I go Wednesday through Sunday night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So you get advanced notification. You can jump in and ask your questions early and get in line. So a lot of great reasons to click the subscribe button and make sure your notification setting is on there. Also, doing all those things helps spread the Zen love, so you're part of the love tsunami. Because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to the channel, doing those things does make the YouTube algorithm very excited about the channel, and it wants to automatically spread the videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I'm very, very grateful. And these are general readings. If you want even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is listed in the description box of the video down below. All right, all of you that chose reading 1, as you're going through this beautiful journey, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. So until we chat again, you guys hang in there, you take care of yourself, and we'll see you soon. If you chose reading number 2, then this is the reading for you. And we are going to start off here pulling from the Oracle of the 7 Energies, just to see what the basic feelings are that they have for you. What are they thinking about you right now? And then, of course, we'll dive deeper. So let's take a look here. What is this person thinking about you right now? All right, there we go. And we've got the Land Between. So there we go there. Beautiful, beautiful card. And this is card number 40. So let's put this here in the middle-ish. There we go. And let's see, what are they thinking about you? So the energies of this are like being between worlds, learning to be okay while at the threshold of what was and what will be, time of waiting and evolving, gray areas, something essential yet in develop in metamorphosis. So it says here that they see you as you are in a process of change, and you know that you were called to this change, that you can't be who you were, but you aren't sure what the next experience of your life will be. So it feels kind of like aimlessness a little bit. You are in between what was and what could be in a pupal stage, like during the metamorphosis of the caterpillar into the butterfly, which is caterpillar soup time, right? And again, this is how they think of you. It doesn't mean it's necessarily true. It's their perception. And you being the mirror, it's because they're going through a metamorphosis and they're seeing you go through it in their mind's eye. So you can't just skip the messy parts. You have to endure the unknown and uncomfortable as you are reinventing yourself. And the thing is, you're not quite there yet. You have one foot in the past. And even if you're ready to shed that version of yourself and to become something new. So you have to redefine who you are in the context, of your world here. It says, what do you believe is possible when you get to the next place? Can you explore this stage of your evolution to get to know yourself better? The process in between worlds is where things get really interesting. You learn how to manage your fear, how to stay present in the now, how to see in the dark. You absorb the lessons offered to you with grace because you can't go any faster. This is a real test of emotional fortitude, patience, trust, and humility. Once you have made this no man's land your home, it will be a part of you. And then whatever was set in motion comes to life. And this is what you've been waiting for. When you look back, you will grow to love the place in between, for that is where you were reborn. And this is like, you're okay with this. You're going through this metamorphosis. It's very much Scorpio type of energy, the masters of transformation. So if they're Scorpio or you Scorpio, or you have a lot of that Scorpio, it makes sense that you are comfortable with movement from going from the old to the new in the process of getting there. They might be having these feelings of, you're a little too patient. You're taking, a little too long to transform. You're too comfortable with, the not knowing, because they have these fears of change. They have these fears of the unknown. And so it kind of drives them a little crazy when they see you comfortable with it, because that's what they desire for themselves. But you're giving them this beautiful mirror going, transformation, patience, taking time. And they're like, no. And so this is what is kind of bubbling up within them. But we'll find out more here of what's going on and what you can do to help them too through this, because one of the things that you're able to do with your energy is to show them the beauty of transformation, the beauty of enjoying the journey and not being attached to the outcome, right? So let's take a look here at the Oracle of E and see what else they'd like to add for you guys that chose reading number 2 with this patience, with this in-between time. What else would you like them to know? What else? Patience, right? Here it is. All right. I like that. I got your back. So card number 24 coming in here. And the energy of this says, you can spit in the face of fear, flip off those who bar the door, shake your fist to any who dare say no, because you, sweet thing, are divinely protected by the Dude Most High, always and forever. Amen. I like this. So they're saying that, this is something that you can teach as you have overcome fear, and you're overcoming fears of the unknown, fears of timing. Is the timing not happening? And you're teaching them this trust that you have built and are building with the Creator, that you trust the who and the what, and that they'll bring in the perfect how and the perfect timing, and that you can enjoy the process of the journey without rushing to get to the end. So I like it. We're also going to pull from this high vibe deck. See what else we have here. And I feel like you also reinforce them here, saying, I got your back, because one of the big fears is the fear of rejection, the fear of being left behind, the fear of not being good enough. And when you assure them that, it's going to take the perfect timing and you're not going anywhere, that also helps with their fears. So let's take a look. What else for those that chose reading number 2? All right, they do want that one here. And you've got for hard times. Okay. So we'll put this right here and then I'll read it. And it says, having a hard time with a situation, imagine that person, people, or event being surrounded by sparkly white loving light. Make a cocoon of love around them or it. This changes the energy around circumstances, plus it changes you. Wow, this is all talking about the cocoon, right? The in-between, the caterpillar stage. And here they are mentioning it again, putting a beautiful, warm blanket around them of energy, of love, of support. Again, this I've got your back. As you're going through this change, you're not alone in it. I'm right here with you. What feels like a hard time, which a caterpillar, I can imagine, when their skin starts to dissolve and they turn into this caterpillar juice or soup in the, in this cocoon, they begin to transform to the butterfly. But in that process, that must be pretty scary, right? So I like this support, this understanding of these are the fears, this is what's going on, and I like all this, though, very much the strength that you're being for them in the in-between, because if you drew this, you're comfortable with the in-between, the gray area, the not knowing, but you're allowing them to see things. And even any coping skills that you've learned on how you approach having patience as things unfold, be sure to share that with them too, if they are open to it, right? So let's take a look here and see what else. Again, they kind of see you as being too patient sometimes, but you, of course, know the timing of everything that's outside of your control, and you've chosen, a good thing, a good approach, right? So this is the good tarot, if I didn't mention that. We're going to see what else Creator and Spirit wants you to know here. And I feel like these two go over here, and then these two right here, and then here's your overall card, and we'll take a look here. Yeah, so you have the moon, the in-between, right? There really is the moon, because the moon is in between us and the sun, and there's times where we can't see it, and there's times that we are fully able to have this hope in the darkness because of it. This is all, the moon does talk about the unknown, the unseen, revealing things. So that makes sense here too, with this fear of the unknown, of the in-between. When are things going to end? When are things going to begin? How's this all going to unfold, right? So I like that with the overall energy coming here, because there are a lot of revelations that are made around fears that do not have a threshold, that they, or a foothold, where they really don't have any reason to be there, besides we were told to fear it. When we really ask and question about the fear, it's like, yeah, what's the big deal, right? So we're going to start off in the middle here, see what additional messages they have. Yeah, here's temptation. This is Saturn energy coming in. And let's see what else here. And the Five of Earth. Yeah, the Five of Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles, this energy here, along with the temptation card, the Five of Earth, I would call it like the abandonment card, or lack card, where we feel like we've been abandoned, left out in the cold, left behind in the past. And the temptation card is Saturn energy really shaking and rattling our cages to see what of our fears are related to the fears of not having enough, the fears of being rejected, the fears that are all behind wanting to hurry up and get to this other side so we can feel confident and secure in there. But the temptation card, the Saturn, it's usually the devil card in the standard tarot, is Capricorn energy. It's cutting away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve. It challenges our thoughts and beliefs we've had all our lives, and it's freeing. It brings us this abundance. It brings us this way of being able to look at things in a completely different way, because the old ways of thinking don't fit anymore. The need for safety, the need to know changes, because we're no longer looking at humanity with this Five of Earth to bring us what we need in each moment. We're developing this relationship and trust with Spirit in the higher realms, because we know they are the ones that bring us what we need in each moment, and not human beings. We have had everything we've needed in each moment, or you wouldn't be watching this video right now, because you'd be dead, right? So that you're here watching this shows that you have had everything that you needed up to this moment to live. And so you're building this relationship. You're cutting away the old ways of looking at things and developing this great relationship, a trusting relationship with Spirit. Sometimes they do bring it through humans, but other times not. So, they can just bring it directly to us. So I like the clarity that's coming in through all of this too, that it's not humans that bring us, because that's where our fear comes in of not having enough. But if we can trust Creator, Spirit, they have endless resources. They love us eternally, never ends, and unconditionally, no conditions. So there's a strong foundation. Outside of us, humans, when they are going to fight or flight mode, they go into survival, they will pull back all support, right? They are the ones that gave us this experience of feeling abandoned, being left out in the cold or left behind. But this is this new foundation of your relationship and trust with Creator. Yeah. More Earth energy of the Queen of Earth, the Queen of Pentacles. And you also have the Ace of Earth, the Ace of Pentacles. So perfect. So this is bringing new birth, new things into your outer world. The Queen of Earth is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. So you are being nurtured, you are being supported. So are they. You're allowing them to see how through all of this change of your mindsets, why you think the way you do and why you're trusting so much of Creator and Spirit for things to happen, because they always have. You have new opportunities, you have new birth in the outside world. So very, very strong grounding foundation here. I mean, all four of these, the Temptation card, of course, is Capricorn, which is Earth element. So you get all this grounding energy that's coming in. You're allowing them this opportunity to feel grounded through your experiences, how you have shared, what you've learned from having all this change that happened in your life, and how you become comfortable with this land in between. So I really like all that. And then your last two cards here, you have transformation energy. So as I was talking about Scorpio energy, here is the transformation card, death and rebirth, Scorpio. So it's all about the butterfly, all about this transformation that's coming in. So I feel like you're in constant transformation. Again, very much like you are a Scorpio, or you have a lot of Scorpio traits or Scorpio energy in your chart somewhere. But you definitely have this reinventing yourself, not staying put for very long, in one place. You don't like feeling stagnant. You like movement. You like change. You like changing your style, changing your hair color, whatever it may be. You have this change in the physical world, mental changes, emotional changes. You are constantly evolving, and all this energy is pouring out here. Yeah. And then you have the Four of Water, Four of Cups, stable emotions. So emotional stability. The Four of Cups shows us that we can become bored of the Three Cups of the outside world, of the relationships, situations, and things that are supposed to make us feel whole and complete and full, but we get bored with it because they don't. They feel empty. But you are given the higher love from above, the Ace of Cups, the chalice, the Holy Grail, where, you get to fill up and overflow. And this is what they get to experience. They get to experience, it's almost like you can tell them, aren't you bored? Aren't you sick and tired of feeling sick and tired and afraid of your future, afraid of what you want to do, where you want to go, what the next steps are? Don't you want to enjoy the journey, enjoy the venture? And you're able to share this love because you become this chalice, this Holy Grail. You fill up and it overflows out to the world. So I love this beautiful grounding energy that you help. Again, this I got your back, releasing fears. You really are showing them how you can transform and transition, within yourself or outside of yourself. And in doing so, you really help bring in this courage, bring in this wonderful, wonderful, just trust of the higher realms that things are unfolding perfectly in the perfect timing. Even though we want to hurry up and get to the new place over here, there's an important spot here, being just sitting in the moment and being as well. So I like this for you. So they are seeing you as someone always in transformation. It scares them that you're okay with how long ever it takes. They're like, don't you want timelines? Don't you? They get very impatient with timing, but this is like you have this awareness of time that's more enhanced than normal, and you can help them feel comfortable with it, with reassurance that you'll be there, and then how they can release a lot of these fears they have about the future. So I really like all of this for you. If you are looking for more messages of love from above, there are a couple things you can do as well. The first thing is to give this video a thumbs up by clicking the like button. Doing that tells the YouTube algorithm that you're enjoying the content, as well as me, that you're enjoying the content, and it will bring more of that to you. The second thing that it'll do is that it will notify you right away when I post new videos. I'm sorry, the second thing that you can do is click the subscribe button, and that notifies you when new videos come out. And if you go in, it gives you access to the notification bell. You can click the all option, and then you're notified of those new videos. And then also when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. Currently, I go Wednesday through Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and then also Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Also, doing those things helps spread the Zen love. You are then a part of the love tsunami we send out to the world. And because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to my channel, doing all of that does make the YouTube algorithm super crazy, happy, excited about my channel, and wants to automatically share my videos with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I'm very, very, very grateful for that. And these are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings. All that information is listed in the description box of the video down below. All right, all of you that chose number 2, as you're going through this adventure, as this awareness around what this person thinks about you comes to more open. Just know that as you go throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. So have an amazing adventure. We'll be talking soon, I'm sure. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care. If you chose reading number 3, then this is the reading for you. And we are going to start off here by pulling from the Oracle of the 7 Energies, just to get the overall picture of what they are thinking about you right now. And then we will dive deeper, of course. So let's take a look here. What are they thinking about you? All right, here we go. And we have the Call of the Muse, card number 31. Beautiful card there. Wow. So I like this one for you here. And let's see what this comes in here. I like that they're thinking of you as a muse. You're inspiring. Yeah, creative expression, being in the flow of creativity, tuning in to inspiration, allowing creativity without being self-conscious, writing and journaling as a means of connection. So they see you here because it talks about when you feel the call of the muse, you're invited to create, to be the artist, choreographing your life, serving on behalf of the great artist, Divine Source. And while the process can feel intensely personal, your ego and, all of our egos and self-identification are, ironically, the most unnecessary parts of the equation. So while some might think that, we own the magic of our creativity, can we truly say that we are the source of the inspiration? Similar to the Spirit of Genius card in this deck, 29, imagine that your creativity stems from another spirit guide, which is called the Muse. So just as the genius, the mental genius needs to partner with intellect, so too does the muse need to open the heart and let magic flow through intuition and emotions. So they see you as this inspiration. They see you as this muse, someone who is creative, someone who does tune in to, their magic and their heart, and you have this creativity that comes out. So they see that you're able to do this. This is something they are wanting for themselves. And so when they think of you and they see you, they're like, they wish they could be creative like you. They want this kind of muse. And in a way, you are their muse because you're inspiring them to try to tune into their creativity. So it says here, sometimes you might be inside the music and the feelings, the story, and its expression. And other times you observe it from the sidelines, watching it all flow from an unknown yet deeply intimate source. So today, your muse is calling you to be a channel and allow the creative energy to flow through you. The energy of emotion is waiting to be given a voice, a name, a shape, or a color. So journal, finish that writing project, start something new, paint, sing, dance, and don't worry where any of it lands. It has its own plans for you because your muse knows where this is all meant to go. And for you, the big magic is in the experience of answering the call. So this is you. You know, you have this muse energy here about expressing this creativeness within yourself. You tune into your emotions. You allow all this to unfold and flow out of you. But this person that's thinking of you, they see you and it's not jealousy. It's not really envy, but they are triggered. Again, the muse of you, inspires them. You are an inspiration to them. They're like, I see your life, I see the things you do, and I see what you do with it. And it gives me the excitement. It's like it's catchy. And with them witnessing your life, they are inspired to do things in their own life. So I like that. We're also going to pull here from the Oracle of E, see what else about this creativity, the spark that you are for this individual. So let's take a look. What else for those that chose reading number 3? All right, you do get 2. You're a double inspiration. So the first thing is from scratch. I like that. Baking, right? Do you do kitchen witchery? And then you have psst, ahem, ahem, hey you. 16, so 6 and 16. So let's see what these come in here for you. They're very small, so they don't go into a whole lot of detail. So from scratch, it says, congratulations, you've got all the ingredients for every one of your dreams to come true. Everything is now within reach. What are you waiting for? It's not going to bake itself. Quit looking and start cooking. So yeah, quit looking at me as, you know, and start cooking your own. Allow this creativity come in. So I do feel like you do encourage them. And I like this. Again, it talked about baking, you know, from scratch. So I feel like there is this ingenuity, this like the creativity in maybe in the kitchen is what inspires them, or whatever part of it life is. It's like you encourage them to not just stand back and watch, but get moving, right? So I like that inspiration there. And then card number 16, which is psst, hey you. So we'd like to interrupt this oracle deck with a very important announcement. There's nothing to fear. Every single thing that looks ominous is but an illusion. It has no power. Zip, nada, zilch. It's time to look your fears straight in the eye and call them out as the insignificant posers they really are. So you are able to help them face their fears here and allow them to see that they don't have to worry about holding back and not taking action because they're afraid of what might happen. You're allowing them to say there is no wrong thing. You know, like you bake something, it doesn't come out enough, you just put more frosting on it. They're funny. So I like this inspiration, of course, that's coming through. And then we're going to pull from the High Vibe deck here, and let's see what else they have here regarding you inspiring this creativity within this other person. All right. Is there, you do get 2 for this one too. So you have complain, reframed. It's a big one here. So it says, we all do it, whether verbally or in our heads. We complain. Complaining is a sneaky little downer that creeps its way into your psyche, and well, nothing good ever comes of it. Spend the day noticing how much you complain, both in your mind and to others. Just notice. And when you feel a complaint creeping in, stop, breathe, then reframe. Turn "this traffic is terrible" into "I'm so glad I get the time to listen to my favorite music." Music, right? turn "I hate the rain" into "I look forward to the moment when the rain stops." So be honest with yourself about this situation while knowing there are nicer ways to talk to yourself and others. So I like this about changing the I can't do whatever. This inspiration is what turns the frown upside down. It changes it from I can't to I can, right? Wow, and then even another big one. 10 things that bring you joy. Yeah. I like this. So it says, to bring more joy into your life, you first need to feel joy by getting into vibrational alignment with the energy that is joy. To get into alignment, physically feel joy, no matter your present state or circumstance. To physically feel joy, think about or write, again journaling, a list of 10 things that bring you joy. Big or small things, sizes no matter. Perhaps your joy is the pleasure you feel when smelling flowers or the purring of a cat or going for a walk. As you build your list, really start to feel the sensation of happiness and joy bubble up inside you. You're now shifting into the vibrational energy of joy. And repeat this several times daily, and you'll be in awe of how quickly joy begins to manifest in your life. I like this because this is basically, tools that you can give them to help them transform. And this is part of your being the muse for them, right? But I also feel like you are on this list. If they made this list, you are what helps bring them joy, that helps spike and spark this creativity, this desire to express themselves to the world. And I like it. All right. We're also going to pull from the Good Tarot here. And let's see what else they want you to know around being this creative source. So what else for those that chose reading number 3? Okay. We've got this one, and then we've got these 2 here, and we got these 2 here, and then this is your master one. All right. So these are your cards. We'll start with this one. You do have the 10 of water, which is overflowing emotion. So definitely this joy and this happiness that comes in here. So, they think of you as a source of the joy and happiness in their life. And so this is great coming in here. We're going to start with the middle cards here. You have the 6 of fire. 6 of fire, 6 of wands energy is about being seen, about it's a victory card too. And that is this victorious feeling, this fire, this wand, this inspiration that comes in. I feel like this is telling us, again, with all these 6s, that there is this, you can do it. You can have victory. Anything is possible. Like making your dreams come true. You can do this. I feel like you allow them, and you're showing them all these other hot air balloons in the sky going, look, it can be done. And I like that. Yeah. Page of fire. Yeah. So here's the page of wands, new inspiration, passion. So you do strike this beautiful energy within them where they feel anything is possible and that any of their dreams can come true. And I like that you're showing it not just by words, but in actions and by experience and how you are doing those things in your own life. So this is what you just are, this walking, big, joyful experience for them. And I like it. We have the 2 of air. 2 of air, 2 of swords in the standard tarot does show that, it's usually a fork in the road, right? And there is this beautiful, beautiful way of looking at it where they usually have a blindfold on, which they say, close your eyes and open your heart. Get out of your head and into your heart. This is where you help them show their passion, and you help them get out of their head, and you show them that their heart has this desire to uniquely express itself to the outside world, and you're allowing them to see that with this card coming in here. And you have the 9 of earth. The 9 of earth, the 9 of pentacles, is this self, it's like this hermit journey in a way with the nines, but they're not alone in this. They usually are in this garden, and spirit is with them, to where they don't feel alone, but they may not have a whole lot of people around them, but they're finding their worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. And this is how you are helping them here. You show them a different way of looking at themselves that's unique, and that they're not afraid to express themselves. And you are showing them the uniqueness. You're showing their impact in positive ways with the world. This is part of your muse, part of how you're showing it. And I think you just do so much of this naturally because you appreciate who they are and what they do. But you just have this natural excitement, this joy that you have as well. And then you have the world card. They can have the world, ending of old cycles, beginning of new things. So what comes after here is the Fool card, which is about this leap into the unknown, this leap into something new, free of all these restrictions and supposed tos and should tos and need tos and have tos and must. It's very freeing, but it's like a whole new world is created because you're showing them through your own life how you can create a whole new world. And they themselves are beginning to witness that through you too, that things end and things begin, but it is this creative way, creation of your world that comes in here. This is what they see through this. And then you have the King of Pentacles. So again, we've got, the Nine of Pentacles here. The King of Pentacles also learns so much going through the entire suit of the Pentacles, and they do learn that, the outside world is very unstable when you try to define yourself by it, but in finding your worth from the inside up, you have this solid foundation. This is like you connecting with the Creator. This is you showing them through all of your life yourself that you don't look to the outside world for your validation. You find it from within, and that's where this creativity comes in. Because after all, I think one of these talked about, does any of our true inspiration, was this card, does any of our true inspiration come from us? Actually, it comes from the creative mind of the Creator, the mother and father of all things. That's where creativity is fresh and new, and that's our connection to it, allows it to flow out to the world. And what do we have to fear when we have endless resource of this beautiful, beautiful, the huge muse of our lives? So I love all this, the very positive aspect of how they perceive you as this source of joy, this source of inspiration, this source of laughter, and just floods into them, and them just experiencing you, watching your life, even from a distance or from the sidelines, does inspire them in so many ways, which does inspire others as well. So it's a beautiful, beautiful message of positivity and joy that you create. So I do love this for you. I don't have anything else with that. If you are looking for more messages of love from above like this, there's a few things you can do. First, you can give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button. It does tell YouTube that you're enjoying this content, but it tells me you're enjoying it too, and YouTube will bring you more similar content to you. The second thing you can do is click the subscribe button. That does give you access to the notification bell, and there's a couple things that does. One, it'll tell you right away when new videos are posted on my channel, and two, it also notifies you when I'm going live on YouTube to provide free readings. Currently, I go Wednesday through Sunday nights at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. Also, doing those things helps spread the Zen love, so you're part of the love tsunami. Because when you like or share one of my videos, comment on one of my videos, subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so crazy happy, wants to automatically share the videos of my channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I'm very, very grateful. These are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings at a reasonable rate. All that information is listed in the description box of the video down below. All right, beautiful, beautiful souls, as you are going through this amazing adventure, musing around, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. As you're going through the next stages here, don't be afraid to call on your inner muse to also flood out more of this beautiful, beautiful, joyful energy. And I'm sure we'll be talking very soon. But in the meantime, much love to you. You hang in there and you take care.